All the food deliveries are here. And there is my gift. It's weird. It's humongous. Oh, is that so sweet? I'm on my tippy toes. I'm so excited. Oh, cheers. Oh, cheers. Good morning. So today is Saturday. I have a really busy day ahead. Today is day one of my vacation, and already I'm feeling like my vacation's like almost over and I'm feeling a bit anxious about it. Hopefully by tomorrow or the day after it'll kind of settle in. I'll kind of relax a little bit. But today is a really busy day. It is the day of our Christmas get together at Charmaine's house. What I still have to do is get ready. I have to make some cookie dough because I promised Charmaine I'll bring something to bake there, and I have to wrap the present that I'm giving for the white elephant because we're doing a white elephant thing amongst us. And because it's a potluck, I still have to order what I want to contribute to dinner, which I haven't decided yet. But first, I thought I'd get something out of the way, which is how do I curl my hair? This is something that gets asked on my channel and Charmaine's channel quite a bit. My hair is freshly washed as of last night. This is kind of like half air dried. I'm just gonna curl my hair on camera and then we'll get on with the day. I have to do this kind of quick because I've discovered this morning that my external battery is dead. So I only have the camera battery to work with, and the camera kind of like overheats and stuff. So we're gonna try to do it at the speed that I normally do my hair. So yeah, you can see my hair is quite straight. You can see it's quite long. It comes to like here. Actually, before I cut it, it was like down to here, and a few inches have grown back since. So, oh, it's not even heating up. Okay, let's heat up the iron. Okay, iron is heated. So first of all, this is like the natural texture. It's like almost stick straight. And I don't have a ton of hair, but it's kind of a little bit on the thicker side and therefore a little bit heavy. I prefer to do it a little bit curlier and just let it relax over the next couple of days. And I wash my hair like every 4 days or so. All right, so I'm trying to do this all in my viewfinder. This is like so crusty and so gross. This is a Babyliss Pro ceramic curling iron, which is 1.25 inches if I'm not mistaken. And I don't use the clamp portion. I just wrap my hair around the wand, starting from the top, and I don't even like separate my hair. Honestly, this shouldn't even be a tutorial because it's very not professional and very haphazard. So I just take like an inch section or like a 2-inch section, and then wrap it around the curling iron away from the face, and I hold it for about 5 to 10 seconds and then just let it go. And that's the curl, and then I'll just keep going. I go like kind of the top layer and then kind of go down as I go, and then I pay a little bit more attention at the top, and I'm probably gonna miss so many pieces because I'm looking in the viewfinder instead of a mirror. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of speed up the next little bit. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, I'm doing every single piece in the same direction. If you were to like alternate directions, so like one strand away from the face, one strand towards the face, then I think you get more of this like perfect tornado-y curl. They kind of like wrap together. And I think sometimes depending on the way you curl it, you can get a little bit more volume that way, but I kind of want them to be more beachy. So this is how I prefer to do my waves. Is my mic working? Yes, okay. I think this left side is done. I don't think I missed any pieces. So as I was saying, I've been feeling a bit of anxiety around the holidays, which is like the typical, like I'm not ready, I have so much to do kind of anxiety. I haven't gotten any gifts other than the white elephant gift that I'm bringing tonight. I have some ideas, but I think what will be really helpful is just putting everything on a list and not just gifts and everything, but planning out my week. So on top of like my content calendar, I think what I need to do for the next 3 weeks is really like calendarize my days, just because if I don't do that, then what I'm going to end up doing is do the exact same thing every morning, which is like wake up, make some coffee, feed the dogs, and then just sit on the couch for like hours playing BeatStar. And before I know it, my vacation will be over. I'm not really an organized planner in that way. I don't like to use calendars. Even for work, I only really use calendars if it involves somebody else. But everything else, I like to just keep like in my brain and just trust that I will figure it out as I go, which I think I need to improve on. So what I want to do is like really plan out what I want to do every day. And obviously like there's going to be days when I'm lazy and I don't do anything and I just stay home and like clean and tidy the house and things like that. But I think even getting that stuff on a calendar will be really helpful. And that means that like, you know, free evenings and things like that, I can plan out like maybe this would be a good day to go to that restaurant that I've been meaning to go to, or like go see Christmas lights. For the past few years, my boyfriend and I have been going to the Van Dusen Botanical Gardens because they put on this like light show. Their botanical gardens, like the outside of it, they'll put like lights, Christmas lights, and every section has like a little bit of theme, and there's like Christmas music playing, and we get mini donuts and hot chocolates. Even though it feels like every year it's like the same thing and it's very repetitive, I think that they do improve it every year, and it really does feel very Christmassy and magical. Although I don't enjoy crowds and kids running around, but I think if we go late enough in the evening, then it wouldn't be a problem. But yeah, I think some structure in the day is going to be really helpful. Basically, I'm trying to do everything I can to avoid that like Boxing Day sad fest where I feel really regretful of not taking advantage of the season and like not doing things that I wanted to do. And oftentimes it's not even very specific. It's just like I feel a little bit underwhelmed by the season, like, oh, the whole year has been building up to this for me and then it's over just like that, and there's nothing specific that I feel like I missed out on, but like I didn't feel like I experienced that much of the season. So this year is me trying to be better about it. One thing I've never done is kind of calendarize my vacations. I haven't taken time off for a year. It's been a pretty exhausting year. My last vacation was last Christmas, so it was 2 weeks over Christmas, although like at the very end of it is when I launched my channel. So it's been a pretty exhausting year. I think I took one vacation day, and that was when Equigenera came, and I took a Friday to go do the show with Charmaine. But other than that, I haven't taken time off, so some rest is definitely needed. And as soon as possible, I really want the both of us to just go on holiday, because I haven't been on holiday. Like by holiday I mean like get on a plane, get out of the country, everyone knows you're gone, you're not contactable, or if you're contactable, nobody really expects a response from you. The last time we've been away was Christmas of 2018, which is very sad when I think about it. We went to Britain for Christmas. We spent 3 weeks there. We started in London, and then we went down to Leeds where he got a tattoo, and then we went to York, then we went to, what else? We went to Edinburgh, then we took a day trip to St. Andrews and to the seaside, and we went to Anstruther, and then we went to Wales where his family is. They live kind of 20 minutes away from Cardiff near my stag. And where else did we go? I think, oh, we took like a day trip to Bath where I went to Kelowna and Smalls, which is like the best coffee shop experience I've ever had. I still think about it often. I'm still very inspired by them and how they made me want to be a better barista, coffee person, everything. It was very inspiring. And I think about like Christmas moments that really stuck out to me, like very core Christmas memories. Because I remember when we were in Edinburgh, we stayed at this like Airbnb type place. It's like a really old house, and it's run by like this old couple, and I remember it was like extremely cold. That was the coldest part of the UK that we went to. And we spent all day kind of, when we had like Christmas shopping, we were just exploring. We went to like 5 coffee shops that day. We were just freezing cold. We got like 3 Greg's sausage rolls that day. And then we came home and we were just like warming up, and the Airbnb had this like kind of lounge area. It was kind of decorated as a like living room. There's these high back armchairs. It was really dark. There was candles and like a low light, and nobody was there. And it was a fireplace. We were sat by the fireplace, and they had a little whiskey bar. We were just kind of like warming up that way. And it was like the whole thing in the whole day, coupled with like the feelings of warmth with the fire and the room and like the whiskey on the inside, it really like, it just latched onto my brain as a core memory. And I want to create more of those. Those things don't just happen if you try to make them happen. They just kind of happen, and it's the kind of happenstance nature of it that makes it so beautiful. So it's not like I'm gonna try and force those memories to happen, but it's not gonna happen with me sitting on a couch. Let me put it that way. So anyways, this is my hair curled. After this, I can't just leave it, otherwise it's just gonna fall flat right away. So I'll have to do a lot of hairspray in it. I'm not gonna do that on camera because I really don't wanna get hairspray on my lens. By the way, I forgot to mention, when I'm like curling my hair, when I'm like wrapping it around the wand, so let's just redo this one. Wrap it, and then I like to leave like 2 inches of hair out at the bottom. I find this looks like less perfect, and it looks a little bit thinner at the bottom. And my hair is already layered, so it is meant to be a little bit fuller up here, a little bit more thin down at the base. So it kind of like goes like this. I don't think that's very cool anymore, but you know what? I can't pull off that like blunt edge kind of look. So I find if you curl it all the way to the tippy tip, then you have like too much of like a roundness at the bottom, and it looks too heavy here versus where I want it to look heavier, which is like kind of like this. This is kind of the shape ideally I'm going for, like more like a diamond. I try to do it curlier at the beginning of the day. I don't actually like my hair this curly. This is not like my favorite. I prefer it when it relaxes a little bit, but because my hair is quite heavy, it relaxes very easily, especially if there's humidity in the air. So I will spray the crap out of it, and then midday or towards the end of day 1 is when I like it the most. So I always start it with it a little bit curlier than I actually like it. And then I'll sleep on this, and then the next day there'll be still quite a bit of curl left, but usually like it's too flat on the top, so I'll just put it up, but I'll have like a curly ponytail. But anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way so that Charmaine can get less questions about a hair tutorial from me, and anyone who's asking about how I do my hair. This is a very unprofessional tutorial of how I do my hair. I've done it this way for I don't even know how many years. I will continue to do it this way until I chop all my hair off one day. Okay, anyways, that's my hair. I'm gonna go spray it now, and then I'm going to get started on the cookie dough. And what time is it? It's 1:30. I have time. Okay, so I'll do the cookie dough. I can wrap the present, and then I have to bring a whole bunch of crap to Charmaine's house. I haven't seen Jing in a while, so this happens every time we meet up. It's like we have bins and bins of stuff, because like throughout the days when we're in our group chat, we're like, do you want this? Okay, so then like we put this aside for this person, and then all this stuff builds up. So it's been months since I've seen Jing. I have zeolite for her. I have tree fern fiber for both her and Charmaine. I have some like packing materials that I saved from Amanda so that Jing can reuse them for her business. I'm sure there are plants as well. Oh, and then I'm bringing Huxley tonight to Charmaine's place. Actually, all 3 of our dogs are gonna be there, but it will be very noisy. So I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to film, because it's just gonna be like clattering of nails the whole time. But yeah, that's the plan for today. Hairspray, cookie dough. I'll see you in a bit. All right, so we are in the kitchen now. So I've prepped basically all of the ingredients just so I'm not doing it on camera because I don't have a lot of camera battery. So we're making basically my perfect chocolate chip cookie. I came across this recipe near to the start of the pandemic, like early 2020. I got this book by Jackie Kai Ellis called The Measure of My Powers, and I blew through this in like 2 days. This is basically, so Jackie is a business owner, entrepreneur, and she's also partly based in Paris as well. She founded a bakery coffee shop here in Vancouver that does like amazing Parisian style pastries and mainly like croissants and stuff. She's sold the business, so she doesn't own it anymore, but our paths like kind of semi-crossed in this like coffee world. I worked with a few people that worked with her, and I feel like everyone who meets her is just a natural fangirl of her. But anyway, she wrote this book. It's kind of like a biography of a point in her life where she was kind of like discovering herself and like deep in depression because she was in like a really rough marriage, and kind of the journey of her discovering who she was. And a lot of that was done in France, and through everything she kind of discovers the measure of her powers, like how resilient and how strong and how capable she was. And through a lot of the chapters, she'll have a lot of recipes, and one of the recipes in here is a chocolate chip cookie recipe that her recipe is modified from a New York Times recipe, and then I've slightly modified it as well. So it's mostly her recipe, just not quite as labor intensive. I highly recommend this book. It's very inspiring and it's very easy to read, and she has a way of looking at the world which is very beautiful and very poetic. But anyway, the cookie is like, it's so good and it's so easy to make. With the tweaks that I've made that make it a little bit easier and less expensive, it still tastes really, really good. And there's just like a few key parts of the recipe that are very, it's not difficult to execute, but if you do it a certain way, then you end up with like the perfect chewy chocolate chip cookie that is like brown sugary and it's crispy on the edges and just got a nice chew in the middle. I don't like cookies that are like kind of bready or cakey, and I don't like cookies that, well, I don't like chocolate chip cookies that are basically like a chocolate bar that's like 80% chocolate. I like to have a lot of cookie in there as well. So those are the modifications I've made. Her recipe calls for more chocolate, and it also calls for like real vanilla bean that you infuse the sugar into. I don't have time for that, so I just use regular sugar and a high quality vanilla extract. I'll link this book in the description. Give her a follow on Instagram as well. She has a beautiful apartment in Paris that is like, I love her aesthetic. But anyway, let's get started with that. And I'm sorry if the camera work is not great. Once I get my hands dirty, I don't really want to be fussing with the camera anymore. So I'm just gonna kind of set it up, kind of explain things as I go. By the way, this apron was a gift from Charmaine. I haven't used this much since she got it for me because I haven't been baking that much, but every time I need an apron or if I'm like cooking something splattery, I always use it. I've made this recipe so many times and it's just written on a piece of paper. And basically the way that Jackie had it written in the book is all the measurements are by weight, and I find it really, really helpful. So I'm just gonna tell you what you need. The ingredients are going to be by weight. So I have my kitchen scale. I've already weighed everything out. You're gonna need unsalted butter. You could use salted. You just need to not add any salt after. Granulated sugar, brown sugar, vanilla extract. I'm using Neil Massey pure vanilla extract, which is very expensive, but it is a game changer. Like, it really does make a huge difference in the aroma, and it just adds this like round depth to everything. 2 large eggs, all-purpose flour, fine sea salt, baking powder, baking soda, bittersweet chocolate, and milk chocolate. So here's the thing, I'm using nice chocolate today because I had some, like, I buy nice chocolate just for this cookie. I've also made this recipe with M&Ms, so it's still good, but I think this makes it even better. I have a bunch of different chocolates. I have this 70% dark chocolate from, where's it from? Huh? It doesn't say where it's from, although it does say it's traceable. I just don't know what country it's from. And then I also have the 70% chocolate that I bought since I was running out of that one. I just decided to switch to this one. But these are already sized for chocolate chip cookies. For the milk chocolate though, I ran low on the milk chocolate I usually use. I actually don't have any of the milk chocolate I normally use. I usually use Valrhona milk chocolate, like I think it's 50%. but I only have the 32% blonde feves, so they're like this, and they're gonna be a lot like milkier and sweeter. So I don't have quite enough, so this recipe is gonna be slightly skewing on the dark, but in the recipe that I'm gonna put in the description is going to be about half-half. And this is one of the modifications I made to the recipe, which is to cut back on the chocolate so I could get more cookie, more chew, because like once the cookie goes to room temperature and the chocolate goes to room temperature, it turns into like solid chocolate again. I just don't enjoy a chocolate chip cookie like that. Okay, so the first thing to do, I used to do this by hand until I stole this stand mixer from my mom. Using the paddle attachment, we're going to cream the butter and the sugars. So this is 284 grams of unsalted butter, 227 grams of granulated sugar, and 285 grams of brown sugar. And the brown sugar is what gives it that chew. And basically, we're just going to cream that until it's like fluffy and there's no granules left in the sugar. So I think it's gonna be going for like 5 minutes. I'll just show you what it's looking like from my phone. So yeah, we're just going to be creaming that until it is very, very fluffy, very, very smooth. Feel free to like stop it and scrape down the bowl in between. But this is pretty much the consistency I'm looking for, which is like very fluffy and creamy looking. Probably could just whisk it one more time, but this one is ready for the rest of the wet ingredients. Okay, and then into that, we're going to add 2 eggs. I just add both eggs at the same time. Two teaspoons of vanilla extract. And then you just want to mix it until it's incorporated, but it doesn't need to be like anything crazy with the texture. It's just, you just want to make it even and uniform. Oh, it smells so good with the vanilla. The vanilla smells so good. I'm not even a vanilla scent type of person, but this vanilla, I swear, just makes it like the sugary, vanilla-y. So this is what it looks like now. I wish you guys could smell this. I really hope some of you make this recipe so you can experience this aroma. So now we're going in with the dry ingredients. So in this bowl, I have 468 grams of all-purpose flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 1.25 teaspoons of baking soda, and then I'll just add a couple of teaspoons of salt. And we're also gonna finish the cookies in salt. I'm just gonna lightly mix it with a fork, and then we're going to add it in like a third at a time. And this is not like a cake where you have to be really careful about working the gluten too much and making it too like chewy. You don't have to be super careful about not over mixing. So adding about a third. The next third. No! It's okay, I didn't lose that much. Actually, it's just flour. I was shaking the camera. And the last third. Gently this time. Ah! Okay, I'm going to turn it up, but it's going to shake the camera. Hold on. Hold on to your hats, ladies. One last mix. Oh, it smells so good. I should have probably disclosed this at the beginning, but I am not a professional baker by any stretch. In fact, I really didn't bake that much until the pandemic. I've used to bake quite a lot as a child, like with my mom, and for like the better part of my adult life, I didn't bake at all. I think this recipe was really the start of me falling back in love with baking because like it's just so easy, and I was like able to make something so delicious with just nice ingredients, and they're very simple ingredients. So this is now ready for the chocolate chips. By the way, I thoroughly cleaned this counter after repotting. I have probably wiped it down about 5 times. I go over it with like a hot cloth like 3 times, and then I don't stop until like when I wipe it through it with a wet paper towel. Like the paper towel is just perfect and white. So just in case anyone's wondering, I probably should have done this off camera, but I'm going to chop some of these chocolates because they're quite big. I think halves might be too big because I want them to disperse a little bit more because I don't have as much of these. So I'm gonna do them in thirds as much as possible. And what time is it? 3:10. Okay, we can do this. After this, I still have to wrap the present. And also I still have to I still have to order my contribution to the potluck. I think I'm gonna do sushi. Although Jing is keto, so I don't know how that's gonna work. We're almost there, guys. It smells so good. And also, throughout the pandemic, I was on the search for a perfect like fudgy brownie recipe. I'm not interested in basically a pan of chocolate cake. There's so many times I've been like catfished by brownie recipe or by a brownie at a bakery where they say like, oh, this is the fudgiest brownie ever. It's not. I'm looking for chewy, like it has that fudgy chew. And so far, what I'm gathering is that it's not so much to do with the ingredients as it is to do with technique. But if anyone has a perfect like fudgy, chewy brownie recipe with that perfect like crackled top, please send me a link or something, because I don't think I can live my life any longer without that. Although, in saying that, you know the Betty Crocker like boxed brownie? It's really hard to beat that brownie. It's supposed to be 285 grams of milk chocolate. I only had like 130 grams, so I'm going to add extra of dark chocolate. I'm kind of going to eyeball it based on the dispersion of chocolate. Again, I don't want it to be a chocolate bar. And then we can always add more. Okay. Trying to film this with one hand and mix with the other hand, but this is essentially what it looks like. You know what? I'm gonna just come back to this once it's better mixed. Why am I doing all that by hand when I have a stand mixer? Woo! Okay, that's what the dough looks like now. I think I've got the blonde feves fairly well distributed. So the next thing would just be to form it into logs. And then I'm gonna get into the fridge for a little bit while I wrap the present, so it can be a little bit more solid by the time it comes to Charmaine. No, this is not a good angle, but I'm not going to touch my camera with my dough hands. And then I will wrap the whole thing in plastic. And then this whole thing's gonna go in the fridge. In case it's like not already obvious, it's really helpful to Make it into logs so that when you're chopping them up to make the cookies, once the dough is like super solid, it's much easier. Woohoo, all done. I have to crouch down here to talk to you. Okay, so that while that is in the fridge, I have to quickly clean up and then I'm going to wrap the present. So I'll see you in a bit. I was meant to be at Charmaine's house at 4 o'clock. It's now 3:48. It's her telling me to take my sweet time. So I'm gonna take my sweet time. Before I wrap the present, I wanted to show you what I got and the thought process behind it. I was a little bit stressed about this because I was quite behind on things and I didn't have time to get the thing that I truly wanted to get, which was this one candle. It's by Sydney Hale Company. Somebody had gotten it for me for Christmas a few years back and it smells to me like heaven. It's the Blue Fir and Sage scent, and there was only one location in Vancouver that carried that scent of the Sydney Hale candle and I just couldn't get there in time. So that's what I actually wanted to get, but this is what I actually could get in the time that I had. So I had to resort to good old Aritzia. Honestly, I'm not loving this gift. Like I love these sweatpants. They're these like kind of taupey sweatpants. They don't have a drawstring and they're really, really soft, but they're not like super heavyweight either. So I thought they would be really good everyday sweatpants. However, I'm just not that proud of this gift because it's just like you open it, it's just beige. And yeah, I don't think it'll have the impact, but the thought is that we're all kind of homebodies and we're very comfort driven and we all wear sweatpants very heavily. We're all kind of the same size, so hopefully this would fit. Although the one person I don't want to get this is Charmaine because I don't know if the length is okay on her. So this gift is more like you don't really appreciate it until you're wearing it. I don't think that you're gonna open the gift and be like, oh my god. And I did go slightly over budget. Our budget was $50 and I went to $60 because I didn't have that much time. So we're gonna wrap this in a box that I'm recycling, which has my boyfriend's name on it. I'm gonna try to be quiet because he is napping next door. And we're gonna wrap it. I'm pretty sure the wrapping paper is gonna give me away, but I have to use this one. This is, oh, this like doggy wrapping paper. It has the guide on the other side and then it's nice and thick so it's not like constantly ripping. I don't really mind that the wrapping paper will give me away because no one can tell what this present is. I also managed to order food finally. I'm just going to get a sushi platter, which Jing can't eat, but maybe she can eat like the guts. I tried to price out a bunch of sashimi and stuff so that she could eat more of it, but it's so expensive. And there is my gift. No card. We're not really card people. So now I have to pack this. I have to pack like 5 kilos of zeolite, some tree fern fiber, this camera. Anything else? I am going to Charmaine's house again on Monday to do our final collab of the year. So anything I'm forgetting, I will bring then. So I'm gonna pack up and I think the next time you see me will be at Charmaine's. Hello. Hello. I forgot to say earlier that it is crucial for this cookie to be rested for 48 hours before you bake it. But obviously I didn't do that. So it's not gonna be as good, but trust me, it makes so much difference. Everything kind of just melts together and the textures are so much more perfect. But I don't think you've ever, waited 48 hours.
Let me show you my cookies. Okay. These ones are well rested. They've been resting for a very long time.
Yeah, so that's the proof that resting is really, really
They're
important.
not very good though. She has more refined taste than I do.
No, you would know the difference. You've never tried it 48 hours. How about whatever's left over, you wait 2 days and then.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're only gonna bake off a few because we haven't had dinner yet. No one's here. My boyfriend's not here. He's coming later with Huxley. So it's just me and Charmaine and Pudge right now. And we're gonna eat. Yeah, do it.
I know it's bad for you, but
it's good.
oh, so good. I love cookie dough.
And then I want to make fresh warm cookies again and have it with ice cream for dessert. So we're only gonna bake off a few, but I wanted to show you guys. So the whole recipe is complete.
I would shove that whole thing in my mouth.
I used the blonde, like really, really milk chocolate ones.
Ooh, yum.
It's like maybe an inch thick. You make it into a red blood cell shape.
When she was giving me these instructions, I was like, what?
So basically you want it to be like flattish, and then you make it kind of dented in the middle.
Now, what is the purpose of the dent?
So the dent is to hold the salt that you're gonna sprinkle on. So you could do it this 2 ways. You could either bake it and then salt it, or bake it with the salt on. And I've always baked it with the salt on because I thought it might like kind of like, you know, sink into the cookie a little bit more.
You used the fancy salt last time.
Yeah,
That's
I brought
just... Oh, you brought it?
Yeah. How about you finish?
Okay.
I will make the red blood cells. How many should we make?
Wait, there's, well,
4.
Jing and Dave aren't gonna have any.
So we're gonna make more for dessert, right?
Yeah.
So they're warm.
Yeah. 4?
Let's make 4 right now.
How much salt do I put?
Oh my goodness. This one had a lot of chocolate. Get it all around the edges too.
Do I have to crack it?
You can. I think it's better with Malden sea salt, like the flake sea salt, because it has a little bit of crunch to it. And also Malden sea salt is saltier than table salt.
Saltier?
Yeah. Did you know that?
Oh.
You don't have to use as much. This is a really big tray for cookies. It's gonna smell so good in here.
I know.
We bought, somebody left me a comment to say like, don't forget about the aromas, because that's how you get into like the holiday spirit, because everything smells Christmassy. So I went to look for candles, and then the candle aisle was like so packed full of people, and it was all these like sugary scents, like pumpkin spice or like appley scents. And then there's another aisle across that had nobody there. It was all like dark candles. They were like candles for men, and nobody was there. But those are the scents that you want. Those are like the woody, like the mahogany, fir, pine, cedar. There's like whiskey and smoke.
I love
all
fir.
of those.
The
Yeah,
Douglas
it's
fir.
so good.
Oh my god.
I got 2 candles. One is like mint and fir, and then one is like just fir.
Damn.
Or fir and another wood, something like that. But it smells like a Christmas tree.
Maybe she got one for White Elephant, and maybe I'll get it.
I'm gonna wash my hands and then pick up the camera.
Ooh,
Salt?
so salty.
Did you just eat a piece of salt? Why? Just to see if it was really salty?
I don't know, that looks so good. Thank you.
I had a bite of this earlier.
It is so good.
It is so heavenly.
Look how much I ate. I just bought this. It's down
Like
to the
literally
bottom.
like a week ago, you were like, I went and bought some.
No,
stuff.
literally, like
Yeah.
like maybe a week and a half ago.
So this is what it looks like now. Into the oven at 350 degrees. It can be anywhere between like 9 minutes and like 20 minutes. It really depends on the oven. The recipe, I remember it saying like 18 to 20 minutes, and then in my oven, it's done in like 9 minutes.
Oh.
Just keep an eye on it, and once the edges of it turn like a golden brown, it's about done. Pudgy. Pudgy. You wanna look at some plants? I always forget that she has an obliqua. I feel a little bit betrayed. We were always hating on this plant, and now she has one. Scalpelum's looking so nice. Ooh, my delivery is here. I'm not hungry because Charmaine fed me charcuterie when I got here, but oh, look at this. I'm on my tippy toes. I wonder what this is. Holy crystal meg by Crystal Meg. It's looking ripe. I haven't shown you guys my berries, but they're pretty much at that stage. They're turning purple. What is happening? There's so much happening right now, but there's not as much. I've only like went through with one pass of pollen, so there's not as many berries as hers, but hers is looking very promising.
Slowly, 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 slowly. Too fast.
Faster. Just goes faster.
That is how he throws up.
Who's here, Pudge?
Who is it?
Is it Walmart? Is it the Walmart delivery of ice cream? Did mommy get you something from Walmart? Pudge, go ahead. Pudge.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta calm down. Yeah, Huxley will tap out within the first 20 minutes. We got chips because we forgot to buy chips. I love pinch lime Tostitos. Has anyone tried this before? None of us have tried. Oh,
What?
they're ruffled.
Oh.
They're ruffled types. Magic masala. This I got to bring home because I need a big hunk of chocolate to make hot chocolates with. Well, I just knocked my camera into the oven. Not quite ready yet. I spotted a leaf. Look at this Jose Bruno. Holy crap. It's humongous. I can't wait till mine's this big. The newest leaf on mine is looking really white, like the bottom of the leaf. It's looking like it's going to be very, very secretarial, which is really exciting.
Cookies. They are so stinking cute. Oh my gosh. You gotta slow-mo that. Oh, cheers.
Oh, cheers.
Oh my gosh.
You just know, in 2 days it'll be so much better.
The outsides are crunchy, but the insides
Like
are
gooey.
It's perfect. Oh, it would be so good with ice cream. This is so good. And the salt. Damn. That would be so good with the pistachio cream. Could you bake it in? Or is that like, is it probably not good if it's like...
I don't know. You'd have
should
to ask the
experiment.
baker. Yeah.
You should make pistachio cookies.
Well, all the food deliveries are here. Okay, we're gonna drink some wine before the others arrive. So see you in a bit.
Bye-bye.
Hey, friend.
What's this? Can you sit?
Good boy.
Oh my goodness.
What's that? Oh. Oh, look at your big butt. Oh, poor baby. Look at your butt in the camera.
Oh my gosh, it's awful. Oh my god.
everywhere. We have three streaming. Hush, do you want it? Because Huxley doesn't want it? Okay. Wow. Look at the little one.
This looks mango, dry mango.
Beefcake. That was his drawing. I didn't know what that was. So I was like, 3 candles, cow cake. I was like, cow pie? No, he would have drawn a pie. And then a cow's 3rd birthday. And then look at his little hands. This was Jing's. Oh, happy birthday, Cal. Oh, so good. It's white elephant time.
White elephant time. We're all so tired.
So tired. We
It's
just
past
played
our bedtime.
illustrations and it's almost 11.
It's almost 11?
I know.
We're
Yeah.
freaking party animals.
I know. I'm so
us.
tired.
I know. I'm
But I have
fading.
tomorrow off. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
You
All right.
have tomorrow off?
Yeah.
Doing nothing like
Yeah, tomorrow.
And no
we're
kids, right?
Just going to. We're gonna have dinner with the in-laws, but during the day, nothing.
You can sleep in.
Yeah, I
as
can
long as
sleep
you want,
in.
Yeah.
I'm not working tomorrow either.
Good.
None of us are working.
So can we explain white elephant for anyone who doesn't know?
How are we gonna decide who goes
Yeah, because there's
first?
3 people. Erin was supposed to be in it, but now it's just the 3 of us because she had to be at a thing. I've never played white elephant with 3 people.
Yeah. So basically, like nobody knows
Oh my
what's
God.
in the gifts,
Yeah.
and we just pick which one we want. They can be stolen once.
I think we can rock, paper, scissors and decide who goes first.
Yeah.
And then first person pick one, opens it, right? Does it?
No, don't open it.
Just don't open it.
Yeah.
And then next person pick one or can choose to steal that first person's present.
But then do you only go around once? I don't really think it matters.
Yeah,
have
I don't
no
think it
idea.
matters.
They almost look identical.
Similar
It's all the
size.
same gift. If we do rock paper scissors, there's 3 of us.
How do you rock paper scissors with 3 people?
How about,
so
we just,
tired.
how about we just go oldest to youngest?
You're
I think
oldest.
I'm oldest.
Okay.
Okay, don't pick your
I'll
own
pick
gift.
the double one then.
Double, double.
Well, I don't want to pick my own. I kind of want to pick my own.
No, pick mine or steal this one.
Okay, so if I take this,
That's the end.
that's the end.
No stealing.
Because you're not going to steal yours.
Yeah.
Or you could steal this
Yeah.
over this.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of options.
Not many
Some people.
options.
I'm going to steal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, she's making it spicy.
Yeah.
And now I get to pick again, right?
Yeah.
Then I can only pick this.
And I can either.
Steal
Steal
this
or
or pick that.
Yeah.
I'll just keep this one.
Okay.
Okay.
I only stole because I got Jing's gift last year.
Oh, okay.
And then I was
okay,
going to
that's a
switch
good
it up a
reason.
little bit.
Do we open it yet?
All at the same time?
Sure.
I get
No, let's
2
do
to-
one at a time.
Okay.
Okay.
goes
Let's
first?
go Alice first.
Oh, who's crying? Is that Fred?
Just red.
The only dog making sound is Fred.
I haven't been out this late in so long.
No, same. Like actually, even though I'm not out, I feel like I'm out.
Yeah. Ooh, collagen eye mask. Those
Oh.
gold ones.
I've used those before.
that.
I like them. I kind of wanted my own gift. but-
Everybody just want their own.
I kind of want my own gift too. They've already seen it.
Oh,
Facial steamer.
It's a steamer for your face.
How do you use it?
You just
Like,
add
you
water
just, like, put your face
and
over
you
it?
just steam. Yeah, and then you can like do your masks after. It like opens all your pores.
Oh. Just get those pores open. I need to do more like self-care stuff like this.
Well, there you go.
Hard.
Yeah, perfect.
Thank you.
I was like, should I buy one for myself? No, I'm too.
Why didn't you?
Next one. Let's see what I missed out on.
I'm actually kind of glad Jing got it.
Yeah.
You'll see soon.
Oh.
Yes.
I was actually looking for sweatpants
Really?
during the Black Friday sale,
Oh.
but I didn't actually buy one. This is
Good fun.
Yeah.
I like that color.
DNA. That's a nice color.
Because I wasn't sure if it would be too long on you, so
I was like, that's a
hoping-
risky game.
Yeah, I know.
Risky game. Okay. Sounds like a.
It's like, what is it?
What is it?
It's a portable label maker.
I can label my Hoyas.
I know that you needed one, but I thought like anybody could use this. So
Oh, these babies are getting labeled.
you can like
what
use
are
a,
these?
this
It's
is
a
the extra.
Oh,
I think there's
that's
one in there,
cool. I want to see what it looks like.
and you can use your phone to like edit it or something. Like you're supposed to be able to download an app. or something.
I've got so many comments that are like, can you label your Hoyas? Because I'm always like, this is I don't know.
yeah,
They're probably so
yeah.
annoyed with me. Like, why don't you ever know the name of your Hoyas? This is pretty.
Yeah, it's kind of cute.
Oh, it's green.
Oh, it's so. I'm gonna label everything in this house.
Yeah.
Vince. Thank you. These are good gifts.
And you
Yay!
can
Love
get
it.
extra tape on Amazon, I think.
Oh, this is so nice, and it doesn't. And I can add a strap, put on my wrist. Yay! Merry
Yay!
Christmas.
I'm gonna close the vlog here. That was really fun evening. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you guys
Thanks
for
for
coming.
hosting.
Yeah, that was. Been here for like
So long, like half
6
the day.
hours.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Wow.
It's been a long day. We were like, oh, probably end this thing around 8.
I didn't think it was, yeah, but I didn't think it was gonna be 11. I
No,
think,
not
I think
11.
our men are probably
So
dead.
over, and our dogs.
Yeah, they've
So
been.
sorry, my dog is just going crazy the
I
whole
know.
time, causing
Fred
chaos.
is the baby of the group, and
I
he
know,
hasn't
he's still
had
learning.
as much stimulation probably ever.
It's okay, Fred.
It's okay.
He's a mama's boy for
I
sure.
know. Thank you for watching this vlog.
My brain's so dead.
If you guys like Alice's vlogs, give it a thumbs up.
Subscribe to Charmaine.
And
Subscribe to
Jing.
Jing. I will leave both of their channels in the description. Lots more Christmas stuff coming this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. And we will see you in the next one. Mwah!